All right, this presentation is going to talk about gaming in the classroom. I would like you guys to have this presentation while you're viewing it because I'm going to have you stop and do some things from this. First thing, let's check out some of these stats. Video games, $15 billion industry. 20 million Xbox Live players have spent 17 billion hours playing Xbox Live since its release. 58% of gamers are male. More people spend time on games than email. Um, and I'll just pick a few of these. Um, let's see, the first week of Halo Reach's release, and they already have a new one out, Halo 4, but this is Halo Reach. People spent almost 6,000 years playing it in 1 week. That's how many people played. When Halo 4 was released, in the first 5 days, 4 million people played it. And there were 3.3 million copies sold in the first 24 hours. Now here's a stat from Call of Duty Black Ops. In the first week, it made $650 million. Just think about this. That video game is the biggest blockbuster hit in history, made more than Titanic, Harry Potter, um, Twilight movies. You pick a movie, a song, anything, this video game destroyed it as far as sales go. So you take a look at this screen. Um, Next thing, gaming in the classroom. What does gaming in the classroom mean? Gaming in the classroom can mean anything from students playing Jeopardy, which every single one of you probably did at some point in your life, to advanced video games like World of Warcraft and Call of Duty in your class. I'd like you to stop the presentation right now and take a look at some of these games right here, and I would actually like you to spend a couple minutes playing some of these education games. You're going to notice that these games are mostly for younger kids. And the reason why is it's a lot easier and cost effective to develop a game for a kindergartner than it is for a 12th grader. Because a 12th grader's interest is World of Warcraft versus a kindergartner who can play the simplest video game and be very happy they're even on the computer. So should you be using games in your classroom? How many of you play video games? You know, my wife tells me that she doesn't play video games, yet she spends more time gaming, playing stuff like Words with Friends, than I play of any of my video game systems combined. I play maybe 5 hours of Halo or World of Warcraft or something a week, versus her, which spends tons of time, even though she doesn't think she's a gamer. She is. So should you be using them? Why or why not? That's really up to you by the end of this presentation. All right. So here's the little twist on it. This is a presentation. I want you guys to stop the presentation right now and open up this link and watch this presentation. It's about 15 minutes long, and it's basically an argument that we need to reintroduce video games in the classroom to basically spark motivation in students. I would like you to stop the presentation and take a look at this video. All right. So what kind of games are your students playing at home? These are just a few of the games, some of the most popular ones, such as Halo, Minecraft, World of Warcraft. I'd like you to stop the presentation and take a look at each of these videos and go through them. Outside of education, how are games being used in corporate and military? We have flight simulators. We have various military games. I'd like you to stop the presentation and take a look at each one of these. All right, so we get into what are the most sophisticated ways we're playing games in schools. Here are two examples. One is World of Warcraft and one is Minecraft. I'm not going to just sit here and talk about these in light of the time of the video, but what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to go to the first link and take a look at it. In that link, you're going to find a syllabus of how to introduce World of Warcraft to a class, curriculum, ideas, instructional strategies, assignments. Please go into that link and take a look at what's being done in that classroom. And then I'd like you to go to the next link, which is for Minecraft, and take a look at how Minecraft is being introduced into the classroom by students. All right. And finally, here is another link called World of Classcraft. Very cool link. I'd like you guys to click on this link and go in and check it out. Basically, it's a classroom that's set up to be like a role-playing game. Just implementing certain parts of something like World of Warcraft into your classroom. Very cool idea. I definitely want you to take a look at this. Then, how do I create a video game? There are a bunch of ways to create a video game, and obviously we don't have the kind of budget that Call of Duty does. but teachers can create games very inexpensively. Flash is a little complicated, but it's one way. Game Maker, Squeak are both free options for educators to create games, and educators have done some really cool stuff with these. And then you can obviously use a game engine, which requires sophisticated programming. All right, so what does this all mean? After you guys have done this, this should take you a good hour and a half to get through this lesson if you're watching all the videos and everything, so you should be done with everything right now. What this all comes down to, and I'd like you to click and read this link, is something called gamification. And what that means is that, okay, yeah, you're not going to implement World of Warcraft into your classroom. That's a very extreme example. But what I can do is take some of the cool things that that instructor is doing and try to implement maybe one piece of that into my classroom. Just one of the fun, cool things he's doing. Maybe I can just take one piece of that and put that into my instruction. Gamification is the idea that taking the things that the kids like from the video games and trying to implement them into some of my lessons. It doesn't mean my classroom's a game. It doesn't mean I ever have to use the word gaming, because gaming is such a taboo word for parents. But I can just take one piece of that and implement that into my instruction. Thank you.